So are you ready to PR yourself? We'll remove the mystery from all things PR, and we'll discuss everything from our top strategies to tips and tricks and everything that you can utilize to further enhance your brand or your message. I've been in media, I'm a journalist, and I'm also a publicist. I am Leah Frazier, CEO of Think3 Media, and your host for PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. I must say, you guys made season 1 a hit, and it made me so happy to hear from so many of you guys via email, direct message on how you're going to PR yourself better, especially as we move into 2021. So thank you so much for all the kind words, and for all of you guys that are leaning in and putting in the work. This podcast is for you. So for those of you who are looking for a little bit extra oomph for your businesses and for your brands, I have something for you. Be sure to always visit pryourselfwithleahfrazier.com. Make sure you're signed up for our email list where I send out episode recaps. I'm going to send out when I'm doing webinars, when I'm going to be live. I'm going to send out when we're offering our next live course. So be sure to sign up for that email list, pryourselfwithleahfrazier.com, and never miss an update. That way you can PR yourself better and just do bigger and better things as we move into 2021. Also, exciting news. My book, PR Yourself, will be coming in 2021. So be sure to go to pryourselfbook.com and sign up again for that email list. You're not going to want to miss when pre-sales drop. You're going to want to be the first to get this book in your hand. And I'm not kidding you guys. I was on the phone yesterday with an organization that's going to have me do a workshop in June, and they have already pre-ordered 50 copies. The manuscript is not even turned in yet, and they have pre-ordered their 50, and you're going to want to get yours too. So pryourselfbook.com. And lastly, if you're like, Leah, you know what? I need that hands-on training with you every single month, whether it's marketing, whether it's PR. Hey guys, I have something super affordable for you. You're going to want to go to think3media.com/think3edu, and you're going to sign up for our subscription service. It's only $49 a month, you guys. And what you get is one live, you heard it right, one live session with me on a marketing or hot PR topic of the month. And then you're also going to get a mastermind session with other business and brands that are just like you, where maybe you're stuck on an issue. What we do when we mastermind together, we help you to get unstuck so that for those next 30 days before you go into the next month where we do another session, you can work on that item and take your business or your brand from one level to the next. That's what it's there for. So go to think3media.com/think3edu and sign up for our subscription service. That way you're always learning on how to market yourself better and how to PR yourself better as we move into 2021. And without further ado, enjoy this latest episode and stay tuned. And welcome back to another episode of PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. We're about halfway through season 3, and just as I imagine, the one person who just can't get enough of being on my show.
You know you love me.
You know that voice. You know that person.
Hot mama.
That's what she was. She's going into 2021 saying, call me hot mama.
Call me hot mama.
Oh, Lord. I'm calling your husband. Kiana McDaniel.
Hey.
The face
and
the founder of the House of Dasha is back. What's up?
Nothing much. We're here to talk about these reels and how they pop it. What?
Come on, my show and take over. Like, I'm supposed to introduce the topic.
You know I'm a hot mama.
No, a hot mama and a hot ass mess. Like, she comes in to try to take over the show. I can't even ask you, like, what you got going on for the holidays. I know you got to run off today and get a turkey fried or turkey cooked or whatever.
Holidays is very low key. Very low key. Very low key. That's all I'm saying.
What does that mean? Like, it's just not as popping as normal?
It's not even about popping. It's just 2020 has been such a heavy year. And our family is just dealing with some stuff. So we're just going to lay low. We're going to fry this turkey, eat a good meal, watch movies all day, and bring in Christmas low key. Low key. I don't want no extras, no nothing.
I love that. And I was thinking of that. I mean, I had ordered a bunch of Christmas gifts online. I actually kind of started early this year, which I never do. And I still have stuff to get. But I was even thinking the same thing. I mean, we normally do Christmas Eve, and then Christmas we're kind of on our own this year, which I need that recovery time because 2020 has been a beast.
I think I was telling the girls in September what Christmas. I'm like, oh, this is Christmas right here. And they're so prepared. Their friends are like, what are you? Nothing. My mama told me in September, this is Christmas. And again, it's not even about just it being 2020. It's just been a crazy year. And we just going to appreciate each other. And we going for it. Like, hey, have five. And we might design some denim jackets.
I get one, right?
No.
Oh.
No,
the girls.
Yeah,
it's like a DIY.
You have to be in the house. Getting a gift. She's surely not. You have to be in the house to do the.
That's what her mouth says.
So I think we're gonna do that, but other than that, no. Just thanking Jesus we're here and praising God and watching our movies and eating our food and waking up on the 26th, hopefully.
But for our listeners, in the spirit of giving, Kiana is here. She is here. And you guys will hear this after Christmas, but who cares? It'll get you into 2021, and she's in the spirit of giving, and she's back to give you some tips and tricks. We just had Jessica Cerna from My Curly Adventures tell you about how she skyrocketed to TikTok fame. She literally just got her blue check months ago. She's here in Dallas and only started TikTok a year ago.
Hey.
Exactly. So claps for Jessica. Good job. Yay. But
that's the audience clap, y'all.
That's the audience clap. We don't have a button like real radio, so we're actually physically having to do manual work here. So yay, go Jessica. But Kiana is back because I was trying to get us all together. COVID didn't allow for that to happen. It's okay because I do think TikTok versus Instagram Reels does need its separate discussion.
It does.
Okay.
Different following, different audience.
Different audiences. You're exactly right. So we talk about PR yourself. Social media is like one of the top pillars. A lot of you guys are just not in the social media game. I don't get it. I never will. I'm trying not to cuss on like these fun holiday episodes. Because Jesus is the reason for the season.
But if you're not on social media, you're not in business.
Ooh.
That's a fact. You can quote me on it.
I will. I'm going to put it on Twitter. I'm going to make you a graphic.
That'll be so nice. But if you're not on social media, and I'm talking all platforms, you're not in business.
Well, let's just
no,
Kiana. No, you said all platforms. It depends on what their business is, because they could be straight B2B and they won't need to be on TikTok or Instagram.
No,
if they're B2B, depending on what they're selling, their audience may not be sitting there. So I disagree.
That's her opinion.
It's not an opinion; it's a fact. If I'm selling widgets. No, I mean, you could do something cool, but as far as getting to your customer at the end of the day, those people are on LinkedIn. So I would say knowing where your audience sits, and you don't have to learn all the platforms. I wouldn't have a widget person do Instagram Reels. If they're trying to get it to like a manufacturer that then puts it on the car or whatever, maybe for brand awareness, but reaching your actual customer who can make financial decisions, I would put you on LinkedIn. That's just me, and that's what I do for a living. So, but anyways, nope, not arguing with it.
I didn't say a word.
I mean, it's reports out there.
Look, she's looking at my face, but I didn't say a word.
No, you could go out there. There's facts and reports out there. You don't need to learn all the platforms. However, if you find what we've been talking about, what we talked about in Jessica's episode and other ones, is once you find out where your target audience sits, if in fact it's Instagram and Facebook or TikTok, you do need to get into the Reels game. And so a lot of you are like, what are Reels? Kiana, first explain your business and then tell us what Reels are.
So I own the House of Dasha and Dasha Cosmetics. We are a women's clothing company and a cosmetics company. So Reels give the customer a 1 minute, 30 second to 1 minute view of what you're selling. So it's like a TV commercial that's in your phone that just slides up for advertisement on your IG, on your Facebook don't have it, but on your IG or TikTok.
It's probably coming.
It's coming for sure.
It's probably coming.
It's coming for sure.
Yeah.
So instead of me just sitting here saying, "Hey, look at this blue dress with these side pockets," you can have your model or yourself actually show it in 3D form, and the customer is gonna be like, "Wow, that's a pretty color blue." As opposed to just, "Oh, look at that blue dress. Oh, that's a pretty color blue. Look, oh my God, look how the pockets are on the side and how it flows, and look at her walking in it." So the reel give you that the customer that instant gratification for the item, giving them a better chance to go and make an instant purchase. They don't have to wonder, "Oh, how's that going to look on me?" Because they can see it on a body. They can see it in movement. They can see the actual natural light. And it's amazing. Most reels that you see now and that we're working on is you can do multiple clothing. You can pop one in and then pop another one and pop another one. Mm-hmm. And you can sell potentially 3 to 4 outfits off of one reel. Gotcha. And that's all free.
And I love that. Before I go back to that and ask you questions, are you doing Instagram Shop? I know they released some functions for Instagram Shop that was supposed to help small businesses. Are those two tied?
I am, but I'm having a little issue with Facebook.
Oh.
So Facebook and Instagram Shop is linked.
Oh.
And I'm having a little issue with Facebook, but I am doing Facebook Shop. I have done it.
Are you able to link the shop component to your reels, or is that separate?
You know, I've linked them. You can, because just like you do them in your stories and how you link it that way, you can still link it in a reel the same way.
Good.
So you can do that. I haven't done that though.
Okay.
I haven't.
But she will once all her little issues get
what
worked
I
out.
did do is I did do the link tree.
Good. Linktree is awesome.
Yeah, you guess who told me about Linktree?
Who?
Nyla.
Oh, your daughter.
Yeah. Nyla, like, "Mommy, you don't have Linktree. I got to hook you up." So she hooked it up for me. And also, they helped me learn the reels. Mm-hmm. So that's another advice to our PR yourselves out there. If you don't know it, look at the under generation who lives on it 24/7. My kids live on it 24/7, so they're eager to help. So Nyla hooked up the Linktree. That's right. Yeah, the Linktree. And I have everything on there. Just break it down. And so I don't have to worry about them looking for where to shop or what, because the Linktree.
You just do the reels, which, to explain a reel, is just like Kiana said before, if you imagine Vine or TikTok, it's just these really short videos, like probably 30 seconds.
30 seconds to a minute.
30 seconds to a minute. I know on TikTok you can get it up to a minute. Just really short videos of whatever you want it to be. Like she said, it could be 4 outfits. I know with mine.
And it could be content. You know, you can put
content.
You could put curvy for the boobs or bust area, or you can say this outfit looks great on an apple shape or a pear-shaped woman, or, you know, you can give information while giving movement.
Yeah, or you could be a skincare. Like, I've been dealing with a lot of skincare companies. I don't know what happened, but overnight, like, everybody's mailing me their stuff. Like, I have a corner in my house right now where it's all the stuff that I need to talk to people about and create videos. But when it comes in, the first thing I do is I do stories just to say, hey, I'm unpackaging. But just imagine if you did these short little snippets of what was in the box. You can put little filters and decals on it. You can put music behind it. You can make it as entertaining as you want.
But, you know, since you brought up stories, I want to say that reels are better than stories.
Oh, they're so much better.
Because reels are permanent. Stories are 24 hours. So could you imagine the amount of hits you get off your Insta story, but you having it a permanent fixture on your Instagram page?
Let's go a step further.
Okay.
We believe in thinking smarter, or performing smarter, not harder. So just post the dadgum reel and you can share the reel in your stories.
Correct.
So don't do it the other way around.
Yeah, correct.
Post the reel, and then you have the option to add the reel into your stories. And then if it goes longer than whatever, they can click into it and watch the full thing. Plus, what I like about it too is that if you're hashtagging it correctly and it's a great video, then they put it on what we call the explore page, where it's like, people don't necessarily have to be following House of Dasha.
Correct.
Maybe their algorithm is built up where they like fashion, or they like curvy girls, or they like whatever. And they're going to push that reel to whatever you like to watch.
Leah's
and all of a
gonna
sudden,
get so mad when I say this.
I am going to get mad at you. But because you're already pre-warning me, so I'm already pissed off. Is this going to be my PR piss off of the week?
No, but Leah's
hold on. So they will push that to the Explore page, and now you've broadened your audience to people who don't just follow you. And so all of my reels, I've only done 3 or 4. They've all had 5,000 or more views, which is unheard of. Like you said, if it was just in my stories, I average probably 300 views in my stories. 5,000 or more. And then they pushed it to the Explore page, and I had all these people finding me from all over.
Well, reels are about timing too. Yeah. But what I did want to say to that is that just like Facebook, Instagram is 6 degrees of separation. So what that means is I have 33,000 followers, right? So that means go
ahead and just brag about your 33,000. I'm still trying to get these last little 300 followers so I can get my swipe up function. So if y'all want to just put it out there, I'm trying to link my stuff without having to use Linktree. I want my swipe up function.
On average,
God dang it.
On average, each follower that sees your post, 6 of their followers sees your post. On average, and that's just how it is done without any paid sponsorships, promotions, or anything like that. Now, the deal is, will it be at the top for them to see it immediately, or will it be pushed down, or whatever? But on average, 6 people sees that one post, that video, whatever. So if you are posting it at the right time, it's going to really shoot up. Like I've had some reels at, like I said, 20,000. I've had some at 10. Lately though, I've been posting like really, really late, like midnight. Cause like I said, my days have been crazy. And I'm noticing that it's like 1,000. But I'm posting really, really late. But if I post really, really early in the morning, because that's my peak time, by the afternoon we at least 5. So
and really that's kind of, would you say, because a lot of people are going to go, well, what time should I post? And everybody, that's always the question.
So I have an app that's called, what is that app called?
There's a lot. There's Instatrack.
Yeah, it's Instatrack. So I have Instatrack, and Instatrack tells me, I don't even try to guess it or figure it. I have too many platforms. So I don't even try to figure it out. I go right to Instatrack, and Instatrack say, hey, your best time on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is this and this, this, and this. I'll set an alarm, and then I'll post it at that time. So save yourself some trouble. Download the app. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and they'll monitor everything. So I have Instatrack. And it tells me when my best times are.
Yeah, and I use later.com, but I have all of our clients loaded up in there, and it does the same thing. It monitors their account and says all of your followers are online at this time, and it shows it in a graph. And these are the type of pictures that they like to see from you. Like, here's the top 5 performing posts. And then what they do is you can set a push notification to go to your phone to remind you to post. So you could say, I want to post this video or this picture. Please notify me if you're finding all your followers are online at 9 a.m. You tell it, I want you to send me a notification that goes to my phone at 9 a.m. and I'll go post. Or with some of my clients, I already preload the caption and the hashtags. I just have the app post for me.
Yeah, the app. We're finna say,
I was like, just post it for me. But if you want to get technical and make sure all the tags work and all that, then it can send you a notification.
Yeah.
Right.
Instatrack will definitely post it for you. But another thing about the reels, if you post them at the right time, the hashtag don't matter. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but if you're posting it at the peak time, the hashtags are it's just a bonus. It's not, to me, it's going to be seen regardless, because you're posting it at the peak time.
So this is what I kind of want to get into it. And we talked yeah. So, how many reels are you posting per week? Because you're going to have people like, okay, I'm just getting started, Kiana. How many of these things am I supposed to be kicking out?
So, I try to do this. I'm looking at it as like the block of 9, right? So, I try to do at least 2 to 3 reels a week.
Okay.
And that's difficult, but it's not. Because I'm not my own model. Most people tell me I should be because I'm so fine and so cute and just fabulous, but I'm not there yet. We talked about this a few episodes ago.
You're not there yet
to be my own model. I said I know I'm cute. Can't nobody tell me I'm not, but I'm just not ready. So
but if you go back to her episode, I am the brand. She
should
have been ready by now.
Yeah, I am the brand, but my models, depending on what days my model come in or whatever, I try to pre-record all my real content when they're there, and then I edit it so that it drops accordingly. But because maybe I want to push maybe my small, medium, and large, and maybe my small, medium, and large didn't look that hot that week, I might have to switch it to my plus size, and then it just changes my content. But I try to do it at least 3 times a week. You can even do more. I'm told you're supposed to do it about 7. Okay. You're supposed to post 21 times a week. 7 of that is supposed to be reels.
Okay.
So that gives you guys a avenue to go to.
I'm not even going to argue with that one. I do believe that you should be posting a lot of reels. So we're not going to sit here and argue like the sisters that we are.
Yeah, but you can't post too much because
No, you can't post too much. But what I'm saying is the way that the reels are blowing up, you really do need to shift that strategy to get into that game
at least 7. I'm gonna say that at least 7. So I'm 4 behind, but at least 7, because I do at least 3 to 4 a week, and I should be doing at least 7.
And listen, I don't even do as much as Kiana does, and mine get 5,000 views or more. And so and it just blows my mind. But here's a question I have for you, because just like with Instagram TV, it's kind of weird how it doesn't really fit the frame of your Instagram feed. And I know a lot of people are into aesthetics, and I want my feed to be really pretty, and I want it to look a certain way. And I know Instagram TV, they allowed you to do a cover photo, and I still can't get the cover photo right.
You can do a cover photo on your reel.
Okay.
You can.
Okay, you
can do a cover photo. Okay. But see, I don't care about stuff like that.
But some people do. I have people that pay us to make sure that they care that they actually go into, we have later.com. They have access, so they can go in and they get a preview of the feed, and they get to see how pretty the feed is going to look. So there are people that care about aesthetics in addition to function. And so that's just my question as far as how can you make Instagram Reels still... You're obviously getting a tactical advantage to it, but aesthetically, how can it still fit within your feed without being crazy?
You do have an option to put a cover over it. You sure do. But for me, what I would do, instead of just starting my video off in the middle of it or where it starts at, I will take whatever item that I want to show first and put that on the cover.
Okay, gotcha.
And so Reels is kind of... It's weird because unless you're looking directly at the your timeline, then you don't see any. I mean, you just see the cover, but on the reel, it just rolls up and down.
Right.
So it ain't no cover on the reel, but it is on your timeline. That's
what I'm saying. The timeline, they want the timeline to be picture perfect, pretty, and I'm all about. I get that, and I'm going to try my hardest to do all that. But if I can get you 20,000 views over here, who cares what it looks like when it hits the timeline?
And I actually, it depends on your product, though, but I actually think that people like the more organic, natural flow. And they don't really like a whole lot of editing, for me, the more natural, they say, oh, that looks just like me. Or, oh, I can relate to that. Oh, I love this. Let me purchase it. That's for me. Man, I work for everybody. But no, I'm not. I'm not into the whole edit. You might call me street IG.
Oh Lord, she is the queen of the hood IG.
Hood IG.
Hood IG. If you want to be a part of that club, reach out to Kiana McDaniel.
Just natural, I can't hide who I am. I said that too. I can't hide who I am. So
just genuine and authentic. That's our. Yeah,
you can't duplicate me. That's all. That's all.
We sure can. I'm gonna agree with you on that. She is never to be duplicated or imitated. You could try, but there's only one.
Another good thing about the reels, other than the video content and the captions on it, is that you literally can do a commercial in a reel that covers all of your bases for free. Like you literally can do at your website, at the caption, at the clothes, let's say you're not selling clothes, you're selling a book. The cover, read a little script out the book. Buy here, boom, boom, boom. Flip them pages. You got sales. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
So the real option is like taking your product and making it jump out the phone.
But people, you gotta not be lazy. You gotta.
But see, let's say you are lazy. Okay, let's say you are lazy. Reel is not that hard. Like, you can really, as long as you have the video content, you can really create it. I've done it 1,000 times in my bed. Just like, look.
So go, well, and here's one of the things that I do kind of want to explain that we didn't really get to explain in TikTok is that with these two platforms, you get to create instantaneously with your phone.
Yes.
So you can take the picture and it'll house it as a part of that reel content. You can do short videos, but you can also upload prior photos and videos that you've already done and then collage it all together into one video. So you could take your older with your newer and mash it together.
And let's say you don't have any video at all. You can just drop photos and make it into a video. So let's say you're not comfortable in making videos, because again, it took me a minute, you know, and I would just drop the hottest photos in there and make it a reel and say, hey, get it. Like, each photo that changed, get it now. You gonna lose it, girl. Don't miss it. So, you know, telling that story throughout the picture so that by the end of that picture. She gets
me every now and again.
Yeah, by the end of that picture, you clicking so you can purchase.
There's a black dress with these leopard print sleeves that I said, that's mine.
Did you like my Christmas story?
I didn't see the Christmas story.
I had Mariah Carey on it.
No, I need you to send it to me.
Okay.
It didn't hit my feed.
It's a reel. And Mariah Carey was giving that dress life.
That's so funny. So one of the last things that I want to hit on too is just this concept of, look, guys, when they drop new functions, you got to get in there and you got to get in where you fit in the moment it drops. You can't sit back and wait and see how it works for Kiana and then hear her success story of how she got 20, 30,000 views. It is designed to reward people when you get in. So when the Reels dropped, I always know this, like, because they did it with LinkedIn and all the new functions in LinkedIn. They did it with TikTok. So when I knew Reels was coming, I was like, Lord, I'm going to have to get in here and create a video just because it dropped this week, but I know they're going to reward me with views. And sure enough, out the gate, 4,000.
Yep. But you know what else I've learned? Have you ever heard of overlays?
Yes.
I've never heard of them. So I'm learning how to use the overlays.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, go ahead.
I was like, oh my God, why did nobody tell me about the overlays? Like, I don't have to have a clean background. I could just
Yes.
We gotta do a PR yourself on overlays. Because I was like, oh my, don't get me wrong. My backgrounds are always clean. It's just trying to set them up and make them all pristine. When you can just snatch a picture and put it in the back here.
Yeah.
Glory, 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 glory to God.
So maybe that's just another deeper dive.
A deeper dive
episode. That's
one of them things where we just, when you said you have to really learn it when it comes out. I don't know how long Overlay's been out, but I'm just learning it.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh. They're forcing me to get on lives, y'all, a lot more, so I had to be creative. It's okay though, because I'm enjoying it now, but before it was like pulling teeth, but it's okay. I'm cute. Like I said, I'm cute and fine. Ain't no need to hide all this goodness.
So if Kiana can do it, all of you guys can do it, because she wears so many hats for her business. And like I said, when you see these new functions coming out or you get the word, and just shameless plug here, if you're signed up to my email list, where that link is in my bio on Instagram, you can also sign up on pryourselfwithleahfrazier.com or think3media.com. We let you know when those new functions are dropping. So I did a whole workshop when Instagram Shop was coming out, when they had tag functions for nonprofits that help, where you can do Instagram lives and actually fundraise during live streams. So we tell people about all of that. And so you get rewarded when they drop new functions and you actually get in there and you actually try to learn it and take advantage and post it to your account. Regardless of whether it's perfect or not, they're going to reward you with engagement and with views. So you gotta just followers. Get in, which means followers. So you have to get in the game and you just gotta take advantage. Period. And right now with Reels, just like Kiana said, this stuff is still free. At some point, they're going to learn how to charge for advertising, or what they'll do is in between each reels, they'll probably put some ads, or they're going to make a way for you to have to pay for that engagement. But for right now, people are seeing these numbers for free. TikTok just introduced advertising. So they went an entire year or 2 years, 2-3 years maybe, letting people create, letting them get millions and millions and millions of views before they said, okay, we're going to reduce your engagement and now you have to pay because you're promoting your business. They just did that. So people blew up and sold all their, because they just got in there and got in the game before TikTok said, hey, okay, we got enough people in the platform now, we're going to start charging. Same thing with Instagram Reels. Get in there right now before they say, oh, there's too many Kianas out here getting 30,000 views every time they post. Now we're going to have to start charging for some stuff. Yeah. Because she's a small business.
Yeah, just like they did with IGTV. Yeah. It was big for a minute when we first started doing it. That was like last year. IGTV was like blowing up. It was not as many views as Reels, but it was definitely views. Like I don't think I've ever had that many views on the IG. Maybe 2,000. Yeah. Maybe 35. Maybe. I've never had anything over 3,500 on the IGTV. So yeah, you're right. Get in while it's hot.
Get in while it's hot. And so we're gonna wrap this. I do have a PR petty.
Yeah, I'm finna say, well, PR.
Where's petty, our PR petty? Yeah. Look, she's looking all disappointed, even though we are kind of at time.
I don't care. What's
but
PR
I guess we're gonna let her play publicist for today. That's the only reason why she's here.
That's the only reason.
Because she wants to play like she's me. We're not gonna mention any names.
Okay.
We're just gonna do a pseudo scenario. Pseudo general scenario. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I gotta tell my mind not to say the name. Okay, I'm ready.
You can't say the name.
Okay.
Okay. So, in a city far away, there was a radio station.
Oh, Jesus.
And there was a particular DJ on the radio station that just was like, you know what? I don't want to work here anymore. And just packed up and left while active on air. And said DJ left or whatever and decided that he was just going to genuinely and authentically just tell it like it is. Not naming any names, but let's just say it were you or you guys. You left. Maybe you were upset. Like, how many of us have left a job and we didn't like our boss or we didn't like what was going on, right?
Yep.
And so we leave, and then you just start telling everything, like about every single person. It's all the way live, right? And you start talking about the owner of the company, all the other folks that you worked with. You start spilling all the tea, and again, it's
not just business tea, but personal
business and personal tea because you're upset, and it's now you're posting it all over social media, and it's gotten to the point to where it's gotten national media attention, and it's viral at this point.
Yes.
Okay, for this particular person, because they said, look, if I'm gonna go out, I'm going out with a bang. I'm telling it all. This is what happened to me. Now again, my attorney standpoint, I always say allegedly. Allegedly, these things happen to you. So there was things of like, I'm not going to get too much into it, but maybe there was some mishandling of funds, or maybe some racial issues. Maybe my personal business was told on air and I didn't give you permission to do that. All sorts of harassment. So this particular individual goes all the way live, right? My PR petty for you. You're going to be this individual's publicist. Okay. Because now, let's just say said individual. Let's just say it was all true. Great. But now you want to go get a job. What is your conversation? Like, how, as the publicist that comes in and now is PRing with this person, how do you make this situation to where, regardless if it's true or not, where this individual can now get a job? Or do you even think it's going to affect getting future employment?
I don't think it's going to affect getting future employment for this individual, because being in that industry, you have several different hats. So he may not get nothing where he's directly in contact with the people, but he might get something back house. You know, so I don't think it's going to affect it. But as his PR person, I would just tell him to make sure that he's covered, because like you said, if it's all true, just make sure that you're covered from like.
But do you think people should go on these rampages and post things to social media in this regard, especially leaving employment?
This is tough because I am a person where I say if someone's wronged you, you know, we talked about this all the time. I'm so tired of people saying, "Oh, don't say anything." We talked about that too. "Oh, don't say anything because you don't want to look bad and this and," but they wronged you. So I say tell it. Because you don't know if somebody else is dealing with it.
Right.
You don't know if somebody else is going through it. And you don't know if what you're not saying is hindering them.
Right.
So most people may not agree with me. But I am a firm believer in as long as it's the truth, tell it.
Right.
Because you're harboring it. You're carrying it with you. It's bothering you. You're seeing all these little things go on. No, let it go. Tell it and move on. Now, if it's a lie, hey, no, we don't play that.
But let's go back to the truth aspect. We're now into what, week 2?
Week 2.
Okay. Let's just say it was all true. Tell it. You're right. It may free somebody. It may have freed others who have went through the same situation that maybe have felt victimized. That's great. But at some point, you got to have a strategy and not show all your hands. Am I right? Or am I
That
wrong?
is true. At some point, you do have to have a strategy. But on the flip side of it, like on the flip side of it, I may have already secured my next job and secured my next position, right?
So you just gonna blow up everything in your path.
Everything that needs to be blown up and told. As I'm secured, my people secured behind me, it's just gonna have to come out. It's just gonna have to come out because in the industry that they're in, it can be a lot of things that can go on that can be harmful in the future to somebody else. So we just gonna have to load the bullets, spray the room, and as long as it's the truth, we going for it. I know it sounds crazy because a PR person would say, "Don't do it."
No, I wouldn't say that. We wouldn't say don't do it. I think that it would be like, okay, let's pull back because we don't want to show all the hands, or maybe you have like that joker, right?
Or big
maybe
joker.
You have the big joker, right? And you're about to slap that baby down. Look, I'm ready for the holidays. I got 2 in the possible. You know what I mean? You ready to slap that baby down. You at some point there kind of needs to be a poker face. And I feel like this individual, maybe off of emotion and just feeling relieved that so many people have responded in support, is just telling it all.
I feel like this. Had they had any leniency, it probably wouldn't have went viral. Because if you think about it, he had to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. It didn't go viral right away, did it? No.
So you're gonna take the stance of put it all out there. We're gonna be building a plan for you and support in the back end. We're not gonna. Okay, cool.
No. To me, he achieved his goal. Now his goal was not to harm or hurt anyone outside of the scope of the truth, right? And to me, the goal was achieved. The goal was achieved. Now, had there been any collateral damage, then I would have been like, okay, no, grandma didn't deserve that, or little JoJo didn't deserve that.
Not little JoJo.
But to me, he aimed for it. There was a target. He hit it. He went for the second target. He hit it. He went for the third target. He hit it.
Still, how many targets does he have left?
He had a lot. There was only one
main target.
No, there was only one questionable target for me that I would consider as collateral damage. But other than that, you know,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And maybe one day we can freely
talk about
it. But right now, that is the scenario. That is the fact. She wanted to play publicist for the day.
Yep.
I don't know. I think the only way that I differ from you, because I was big into the Me Too movement, and I'm big into people exposing wrongs, especially when you've been harassed, or I'm big into that because, like you said, it frees others to have the freedom to do the same. And life is too short for us to be carrying around burdens and trauma
and other people trauma.
That was trauma.
Like
that was trauma.
I feel like this person is so blessed to get it out.
Well, they also talked about mental health and so again, the freeing aspect. So now your client can enter healing.
Yes.
Maybe this is therapeutic.
Yes, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Like,
to
go
me,
heal.
to me, because I tell you all the time, it's just like doing bad business. We're not covering that up no more. Not for me. So if I'm your PR, I'm like, did they do bad business? Let's talk about it.
Right.
Let's air it out. Let's load this gun and shoot up the room.
Okay, so she's spraying y'all with that knowledge. Okay. I mean, that's our PR petty for the day. I wish I could name names, but I can't right now.
We won't.
We got to protect everybody.
We won't.
But I mean, that's a real live scenario. That was the PR petty for the week. But thank you, Kiana, for coming in and blessing us with your time. Y'all get into these reels. Like,
please.
Take the holidays, take the first couple of weeks in January where everybody's chilling, and just try it with like your Christmas tree decorations or like fun things you're doing with your family just to test it.
You know what? We should have them tag us on our reels.
Or I did that with our TikTok guests. So if you create reels and you want us to see it and you want us to shout you out, and hey, if you create some really amazing reels or TikTok videos, I will share it on the PR Yourself podcast Instagram account and maybe even put it on our blog. And
I'll share them too.
Kiana said she'll share them. I'll put them in my personal stories.
They can't be clothing or cosmetics though.
Okay, she's talking about a conflict of interest.
Yeah,
I really don't give a crap. Whatever you post, I'll share.
Yeah. But I'll find a way to post it. I have several pages, so you'll still get posted, but they can't be.
She has burner pages and burner phones, so it's fine.
You got to live that life.
But get in the game. Follow us. We'll follow you back. We are a family here at PR Yourself. And I do want to say that we are still doing our PR Yourself pitch competition. I'm gathering all the media personalities that are interested. I already have 4 so far.
Come on through.
I know. I'm thinking about doing it in like a telethon type environment where people just kind of zoom in and we get to analyze their pitches kind of one by one because they have that waiting room function on Zoom, and so when we're ready to hear from you, we can admit you in. I love StreamYard, but I don't want it live streamed.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. So we're gonna zoom you in and we're gonna do all that. So it'll be fun. And lastly, we're gonna announce the release of our Pitch It Afraid challenge. It'll be 14 days of straight videos and content from me to tell you how to pitch that 1, 2, or maybe even 3 things that you've been afraid to pitch, whether that is media, sponsorships, or partnerships or collaborations, or even just getting on the phone call with that major individual that you know can take your business or brand to the next level. I'll be giving you 14 days of straight advice, tips, and tricks in order to hopefully secure that, or just to get over the hump of fear of putting yourself out there. And it's going to be amazing. So stay tuned for that. Sign up again for my email list, the link tree in my Instagram profile, or you could go to pryourself with leahfrazier.com, sign up there, and you'll get all the information on that challenge and also our PR pitch. I don't want to call it a competition because some of the news personalities have already confirmed that if it's good enough, they're putting you on. So with all that being said, subscribe, share this out if it's been helpful for you. Leave us a rating and review. Episode suggestions can be sent to Leah at think3media.com. And thank you so much, Kiana, for visiting us once again.
Anytime. Love you guys.
Stalking us once again.
Don't say stalking because I'm not a stalker.
She's a stalker. Okay. Thanks for stalking us once again, and we'll have you back in the future. And until next time.